Can a first-time homebuyer afford to buy a gated property from Hyderabad's top 10 real estate developers? Which are the newly emerged micro markets for first-time homebuyers and for investors? Between West and South Hyderabad, which locations are ideal for investments and why? Over the last decade, which locations have observed the highest property value appreciations and why? What's the prevailing property prices in top 6 micro markets in financial district and their anticipated price appreciation? There are a lot of property buyers and investors trying to seek answers for these questions. But before we look for answers, allow me to welcome you to PropDeco. Your real estate decisions are simplified. Before we get into details, let us first try to understand the current status of infrastructure developments across Hyderabad. First, the Inner Ring Road. It's a 50-kilometer arterial road and it was built initially to decongest the city traffic. Next is PV Narasimha Rao Expressway. It connects the Hyderabad International Airport with central Hyderabad locations like Toli Chowki, Mehdipatnam, Masab Tank, Jubilee Hills and Banjara Hills. And it's considered to be India's longest 4-lane expressway with a stretch of 11.6 kilometers. Next comes our beautiful Outer Ring Road. 8-lane ring road expressway encircling Hyderabad with a 158 kilometer stretch. There are 33 radial roads connecting it with Inner Ring Road and with our upcoming Regional Ring Road. We'll talk about radial roads in our next upcoming videos. There are 19 entry and exit junctions on Outer Ring Road, starting with Narsingi, Edul Nagalpalli, or famously it's called as Kolur Exit 2, Muttangi, Sultanpur, Dundigal, Kandlakoya, Shamirpet, Kisara, Gatkesar, Taramatipet, Ambarpet, Bangalore, Raviriyal, Tukuguda, Peddagolkonda, Shamshabad, Rajendra Nagar, TSPA Junction and Nanakramguda. Next is our recently approved Regional Ring Road. It's a 6-lane, 330 kilometer long road. It's planned to strengthen the existing road network. First phase will be started from northern side. It connects with Sangareddy, then Narsapur, Tupran, Gajwel, Pragnapur, Bhuvanagiri. And in second phase with southern side, it connects with Bhuvanagiri, Chotuppal, Ibrahimpatnam, Kandukur, Amangal, Chevella, Shankarpalli and Sangareddy. And now let's see our interstate and national highways passing through Hyderabad. We have Bangalore Highway towards southwest, Mumbai Highway towards west, Medak towards northwest, Nagpur and Karimnagar highways towards north, Warangal and Vijayawada highways towards east, Nagarjuna Sagar and Srisalam highway towards south. Next is our metro corridor. It is the second longest operational metro network in India after Delhi. In phase 1 development, first red line connects between LB Nagar to Miapur and it can be extended up to Patancheru under second phase. And then the green line connects between JBS to Falaknuma and again in second phase between JBS to Alwal. And then the blue line, it connects between Nagol to Raidurg and from Raidurg to Shamshabad in second phase development, which the works have already been started. So between Raidurg and Shamshabad, there are 7 metro stations coming up. Starting from Raidurg, then Nanakramguda, Narsingi, TSPA Junction, Rajendra Nagar, Shatam Rai and Shamshabad. Hope we are clear till now on infrastructure. Now let us locate zone-wise micro-market names. In today's video, let's restrict ourselves towards only West and South Hyderabad. To begin with, in Northwest Zone, we have KPHB, Miapur, Bachapalli, Madinaguda, Patancheru, and after Outer Ring Road, Muttangi, Isnapur, Indresham, Sadashivpet, Sangareddy and Zahirabad. In the West Zone, starting from Raidurg, Manikonda, Nanikramguda, High-Tech City, Kondapur, Kokapet, Narsingi, Nallagandla and Tellapur. And outside Outer Ring Road, Kollur, Mokila, Velimila, Pati, Banur, Ganpur and Shankarpalli. In Southwest Zone, Bandlaguda, Appa, Kismatpur, Rajendranagar, Budwell, Shatamrai, and after Outer Ring Road, Moinabad and Chevilla. In South Zone, starting from Shamshabad, then Mamidipalli, Adibutla, Raviriyal, Tukugoda, and after Outer Ring Road, Maheshwaram, Kartal, Lemur, Mucharla, Amangal on Srisalam Highway, and Penjarla, Mansanpalli, Nagaram on Pedagolkonda Road, Timapur, Kottur, Shadnagar, Jetchella on Bangalore Highway, and Bangalore and Ibrahimpatnam on Nagarjuna Sagar Highway. Hope we have captured all major micro market names which we frequently hear from our friends and family members. Now let us try to understand on which locations have appreciated by what percentage in last decade. Before we get into details, I have a question for us. On what condition any property value appreciates? We all know that land is always an appreciating asset, but not always. Because every land or apartment we invest in, there's no definite condition that it has to appreciate. So why only few lands and few apartments appreciates? Historically, if any land or apartment, if it's surrounded by majorly economic zones followed by retail and residential developments, within 5 km radius, the residents who are staying in those properties shall enjoy highest comfort and lifestyle. These kind of neighborhood properties always appreciates to its highest market capacity while generating highest capital appreciation, rental and leasing rates. Between 2015 and 2021, Hyderabad real estate transactions has crossed 40 km radius from central Hyderabad. First, let's look at Miapur, KPHB, Nizampet, Bachupalli location which are at northwest part of Hyderabad. These locations have been developed majorly with residential zones followed by best of the best retail developments and less economic zones. The apartment prices started from 1800 rupees per square feet in the year 2008. Now it reached to 7000 rupees ball price and expected to touch 9000 per square feet by 2024 and 2025. Same is with extreme west markets, Tellapur, Gopanpalli and Nallagandla. Majorly residential followed by economic zones and very less retail comforts as of now. Current prices for apartments are at 7000 per square feet and is expected to touch 9000 by 2024 and 2025. Next is High Tech City. This location is a perfect example for our discussion as this micro market is fully developed with highest concentration of economic zones followed by residential and retail development. Residential prices have reached to its saturation point of 12,000 rupees per square feet, and as there is hardly any land left for further infrastructure development, there's hardly a scope of any capital E, but the projections may hit up to 14,000 rupees ball price. So here when I say ball price is inclusive of every input cost for buying an apartment. Next is Kondapur. Kondapur, it's the only location where large extent of land is available and is considered to be the largest residential micro market within financial district. This location has perfect combination of economic, residential and retail comforts. Right now, majority of properties are selling at 9,000 rupees ball price and is expected to touch 12,000 rupees by 2024. And then next is Narsingi and Kokapet. As we all know about recent Neopolis announcement, these two micro markets, Kokapet and Narsingi, are almost getting filled with majorly economic zones and followed by residential developments. Right now the ball price is at 7,000 per square feet and is expected to touch 11,000 per square feet by 2024. Next is Nanak Ramgooda. This is the only micro market in entire financial district which has highest concentration of economic activity followed by residential developments. As there is hardly any land left in this location, with short supply of residential stock and having more demand from the employees working in the neighbor companies, residential rates are being offered at 10,000 rupees per square foot ball price right now and is expected to touch almost 15,000 rupees ball price by 2024. One more point, this is the only location in financial district which is generating highest rental yield compared to any other locations in entire Hyderabad. Now, I have a question. Which apartment size will be an ideal for investment for generating highest capital appreciation in financial district? So this part we'll discuss in our next video. Now, looking at the ball prices in these top 6 locations of financial district like Nanak Ramgooda, Kundapur, Hi-Tech City, Kokapet, Narsingi and Nallagandla, there is hardly any gated projects available which are under the affordability of first-time home buyers, whose maximum capacity may be between 60 lakhs to 1 crore budgets. So why developers unable to design affordable gated townships in these top micro markets? Let's try to look into this. We have highlighted location names in dark blue color to identify those as micro markets which has operational special economic zones or office spaces. Due to more economic activity in these locations, the land rates have reached peak values. Starting from Hi-Tech City, Nanak Ramgooda, Kokapet till Rajendra Nagar, and due to recent Budwell IT Park announcement, land rates have almost increased between 35 crores per acre to 60 crores per acre, which led to the tough negotiations between landowners and the developers while working on their development ratios. And due to COVID-1 and 2, construction raw material costs has been escalated to minimum 18% to 20%. With these kind of increased input cost, developers are unable to design any properties which can cater to first-time home buyers within 1 crore budgets in top 6 locations of financial district. Recently, developers have identified 4 newly emerged micro markets where land cost is under within 20 crores per acre, which can be a reasonable land input cost for them to construct affordable gated properties. To the extreme west, Kollur, Mokila and Patancheru, and in south, Shatamrai are the only locations which falls under residential zone. If any property buyers looking for prices between 4,500 rupees to 5,500 rupees per square feet and want to buy only in a gated townships which are developed by Hyderabad's top 10 developers, then Mokila, Kollur, Patancheru and Shatamrai are the only options available in West and South Hyderabad. In last 2 years, top developers like My Home has already announced a project called Tridasa, and Rajapushpa, EIPL, Hallmark, Honor Groups are in pipeline to launch their high-rise gated projects in Kollur and Velimala locations. And in the recent times, due to increase in demand for villa projects, majority of developers have launched their villa projects in Mokila. For villa products, there are 3 prime locations. Kismatpur is leading, followed by Tellapur and then Mokila. Kismatpur is almost filled with premium villa communities. Rates were offered between 12,000 rupees to 15,000 rupees per square feet, and each premium villa is getting sold between 9 crores to 12 crores per villa. And Tellapur, being located within Outer Ring Road, there are at least 27 plus villa projects which are trading between 6 crores to 11 crores ticket. Mokila, the base rates are offered between 7,000 rupees per square feet to 9,000 rupees per square feet, and each villa has been offered between 3 crores to 5 crores from our reputed developers. And villa plots are getting sold between 50,000 rupees to 60,000 rupees per square yard. The only discomfort right now in Mokila or Kollur or Velimala is lack of social and civic infrastructure. It may take 4 to 5 years time to develop those, and for end users, it will be difficult for them to travel in the late evening hours due to security and safety issues. Next is Patancheru, the fast growing micro market, I would say. Being located on Mumbai Highway within Outer Ring Road, having all the social and civic infrastructure, developers found this location to be very ideal for gated projects. So top developers like Incor, they have announced Lake City, then Ramkey, Symphony. These are the two projects to be considered. And Aparna, very soon they're planning to announce their project in this location. After the NIMS, which is National Investments and Manufacturing Zone announcements in Zahirabad, land rates got triggered in Muttangi, Isnapur, Indresham, Kandi, Sadashipet and Sangareddy. If anyone is looking for land investment for their short-term rentals, we would suggest to consider Banur, Lahari, Pati, Ganpur, Isnapur, Chikklur, Indresham and Shankarpalli. Starting from Kollur till Shankarpalli, as majority of locations are greenfield, almost 20-kilometer radius is going to become one more residential hub, which is similar to the northwest locations like Miapur, Nizampet, Bachapalli and Kukatpalli. Now before exploring South Hyderabad, let's look at extreme southwest markets. Due to presence of drinking water reservoirs, Usman Sagar and Himayat Sagar, entire 30-kilometer stretch is considered to be bioconservative zone S3 and conservative zone, except few micro markets like Chevilla, Shabad, Chegur, Kanduvada, Tarlepalli and Vilapalli. So these are the residential zones available in the extreme west southwest markets. Recently, majority of farmland projects been announced in and around Moinabad. Now, let's discuss about Shatamrai in south. Why is Shatamrai considered to be very prominent location for top developers, property buyers and investors? Just like Kollur in west, the next biggest and fastest growing market would be Shatamrai, because it is strategically located. Anyone can connect to west, south and east locations within 30 minutes drive. After Budwell IT Park announcement, Rajendra Nagar and Shatamrai has become a highly competitive markets, as these are the only residential zone lands available for real estate developers. Because of conservation zone and Hada zones from Shamshabad till Timapur, almost 22 km stretch on Bangalore highway, no developer can construct high-rise apartments. And as Hyderabad Airport Development Authority, Hada covers Tukkuguda, Raviriyal, Firozguda till Bangalore. Majority of these locations are filled with premium villa projects. Land rates here have crossed 40,000 rupees per square yard. The way Kollur, Mokila grown in west, similar way Maheshwaram, Tumlur, Lemur, Mansanpalli and Kottur are being developed with lot of plotting and premium affordable villa projects, which are being offered at rupees 12,000 rupees to 25,000 rupees per square yard for plots, and for gated villas between 1.5 crores to 3 crore rupees. Now for any big developer to construct premium high-rise apartments within Outer Ring Road, Shatamrai is the only location where residential zone land is available. It has all the social and civic infrastructure available, which can ease for any developers to start their residential projects. Let's look at few of them. First is connectivity. With PV Narasimha Rao Expressway, anyone can connect to central Hyderabad locations like Jubilee Hills, Banjara Hills, Mehdipatnam, Toli Chowki, Masip Tank, Lakri Kapul within 15 minutes to 30 minutes drive. Out of 7 planned metro stations between Raidurg to Shamshabad Airport, one of these stations is located at Shatamrai after Rajendra Nagar. This will ease traffic journey for majority of IT employees who are working in financial district. Outer Ring Road Connect is 4 kilometers away and airport is 16 kilometers, 20 minutes drive. Let's look at schools, railway stations, banks, retail and entertainment hubs. Before we explore residential projects by top developers here, Let's try to understand the demand for properties while looking at existing and upcoming special economic zones. Unlike West markets being dominated with IT and IT enabled services, South is growing 3 times the size of West. South is catering to development of all industries across manufacturing and service sectors, not only IT and ITES, pharma, defense, data centers, logistic parks, aerospace parks, electronic and hardware parks, life sciences, and FMCG. Before we explore the special economic zones, let's try to remember few micro markets. Just like Kollur and Mukila in West, Thukukuda, Maheshwaram, Mansanpalli, Timmapur, and Kottur are the leading micro markets in South. Please remember, all the dark blue colored locations are special economic zones. The closest SEZs surrounding to Shatamrai are Budwell IT Park, Mamidipalli SEZ, and few government PSUs like National Police Academy, National Institute of Rural Development, Fisheries, and Acharya Ranga Agriculture University, DRDL, etc. We have GMR Erythropolis or Airport City, Patent Whitney Training Center, Tata Sikorsky Aerospace Parks, Wonderla, Koheda Electronic and Hardware Park, eCity or Electronic Manufacturing Clusters, Ancon Logistic Parks, Maheshwaram Science Park, Amazon Web Services, Pharma City, Statue of Equality, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Polepalli SEZ, and Free Trade Warehousing Zones, and Zem Park. Let's look at industry-wise companies which are already operational and which are upcoming.
రంగారెడ్డి జిల్లా బుద్వేల్తో పాటు రాజేంద్రనగర్లో ఐటీ క్లస్టర్ ఏర్పాటుపై సీఎస్తో రివ్యూ చేశారు మంత్రి కేటీఆర్. సెక్రటేరియట్లో జరిగిన సమావేశంలో క్లస్టర్కి శంకుస్థాపన చేయాలని నిర్ణయించారు. ఇప్పటికే 30 కంపెనీలు ప్రభుత్వంతో చర్చించాయన్నారు. కంపెనీల స్థాపన పూర్తయితే 1,25,000 ఉద్యోగాలు వస్తాయంటోంది ఐటీ శాఖ. రానున్న 5 ఏళ్లలో కంపెనీల ఏర్పాటు పూర్తవుతుందని చెప్తున్నారు అధికారులు.
Hyderabad has been home to some of the world-renowned Indian and global pharmaceutical companies. Hyderabad Pharma City, which will be the largest and first of its kind smart ecosystem, creating a new international benchmark for sustainable industrial cities. The cluster will provide centralized smart infrastructure solutions for R&D and manufacturing units, thereby minimizing not just the capital outlay, but will also harness the true value of symbiotic coexistence, optimizing the operational footprint of the industry.
The GMR Aerospace and Industrial Park is connected by an excellent road network. A unique feature of the park is that it is the only aerospace park in India that has a direct access to the airport runway. It also has a fully equipped and functional maintenance, repair and overhaul facility, engine training centers and other assembly units. The GMR Aerospace and Industrial Park has an illustrious list of clients who employ its world-class services. Setting up of a new business establishment at the GMR Aerospace and Industrial Park
The government of Telangana is developing 2 electronic manufacturing clusters spread over 910 acres at eCity and Maheshwaram Science Park in Hyderabad. These clusters are close to the airport and outer ring road.
In total, around 28,950 acres, 88,000 crores of investment, 2.8 million direct and indirect employment is going to generate in South Hyderabad. Now there are nearly 30,000 plus employees and business owners travel every day from the spillover locations like Attapur, Mehdipatnam, Bandlaguda, Upparpalli, Budwell and Shamshabad towards GMR Airport, ECT, TCS, Jetchalla and Polaipalli SEZs. After centers not for Hyderabad Bangalore Industrial Corridor and Hyderabad Warangal Industrial Corridor, had operations to Jetchalla and Kotturu. A lot of employees, business owners and NRAs who are based from Mahabubnagar district and Kurnool district frequently travel on Bangalore highway to enter and exit Hyderabad. To cater to the existing and upcoming residential demand for at least 2 lakh homes, big developers have started their footprints in South Hyderabad. Between Aramgarh to Shamshabad, let's look at few of the top developers who are going to announce their projects soon. Aparna Group is constructing a mixed development projects which has retail mall, multiplex and residential project. Aparna LTS started at Rs 4,400 per square feet. Today it's been quoted at 5,800 rupees per square feet and is expected to project at 7,000 per square feet by 2024. The next developer is Puravankara or Provident Group. They have recently completed a residential project called Provident Kenworth. It was started at 3,500 per square feet in 2016 and today the ball price has reached to 6,500 per square feet. And many other premium developers like Sumadra Group, who is known for constructing the tallest towers, they're also planning to launch their project very soon in the next quarter, followed by Ramki Group, My Home, Incor, Phoenix, Vertex and Switcher India. Thanks for sparing time on this content. If you liked it, please like, comment and share this video. And do subscribe this channel immediately for knowing and exciting updates on real-time real estate market information. If you have any questions on micro markets, developers or projects, please submit in the link mentioned in description. Thank you.